Good morning, Grigori High. I'm Jake Leahy.
And I'm Zainab Alejo. Today is Friday, December 7th.
Today on JNN, we look at the effects the campfires have had on our district,
Transitions in the leadership for our football team,
and Carson Wells brings us another installment of the Winter Sports Box.
all this and more on today's JNN. During the month of November, you may have noticed the heavy amounts of smoke that covered our school. Cesar Flores and Jake Leahy bring us more on the effects the smoke had on our campus.
Last week, Grigori saw its second rainy week in a row. Unfortunately, only the second was due to rain. Since the start of November, the campfires have burned more than 18,000 structures, sending smoke down into the valley and into our schools. Families were forced to evacuate their homes due to these fires, including the family of Grigori teacher Scott Chapman.
To start off, my son-in-law and my daughter live up in Magalia, which is right above Paradise. We get this phone call, Paradise is on fire. They're saying, well, it looks like it's out of control, and so then, they just ran out of the house with what they had on their back. So they're like driving down the road, and there's smoke and fire, and so then we started getting phone calls about, well, okay, so the house is there, but they said the school's gone. So they're living at our house. It's my daughter, my son-in-law, and their 4 kids. But meanwhile, they can't move back up there for a minimum 3 months.
Many of the schools in the state closed in response to the fires, such as MJC. Modesto City Schools, however, did not, stating that staying in school would be the safest place for the students.
We're staying open as recommended by the county health department, and it was primarily for the safety and security of our students. Many of our students would not have supervision if they were, had to be home or if class was canceled. The same isn't true for college students. College students are adults and don't require supervision. We were calling it a rainy day schedule. Typically on a rainy day, students are kept indoors during recess and lunchtime. In addition to that rainy day, we were advising all schools to keep doors and windows closed.
The suggestion by the county health department was put into place in order to minimize the exposure of the harmful effects the smoke can have on the students.
Particulate matter comes in 2 sizes, particulate matter 10 and particulate matter 2.5. And it's measured in micrometers, which is very, 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 very small. And so the hazardous warning was that the particulate matter at 2.5 was very high. That kind of particulate matter can actually lodge in your lungs. Particulate in your lungs can cause cancer. You can also get into your bloodstream. People with cardiovascular problems can also have problems. Immediate problems are more breathing, such as asthma, emphysema. People who have chronic pulmonary disorders would have very hard time breathing.
But even through these difficult times, Mr. Chapman and his family have continued to maintain a hopeful spirit.
Everybody's still alive, everybody's still healthy, and that's what you got to look at. And it's hard when, you can't go back to your home and you're in limbo at the moment and family members have lost their homes. It's really hard to keep that aspect, but like we keep repeating, hey, everybody's healthy. We can always buy more stuff. You know what I mean? We can replace a house, you can replace a car. I can't replace a human being.
Reporting for JNN, this has been Jake Leahy and Cesar Flores. We wish the Chapman family a speedy recovery. If you are interested in donating to the fire victims, the Red Cross is still accepting donations. Students who took the PSAT should be able to access their scores on December 12th. Log in or create your College Board account to view your scores and come up with a study plan. Juniors are advised to take their SAT on June 1st. Winter formal tickets are on sale in the SBO. Formal is December 15th from 8 to 11 p.m. and pictures start at 5 p.m. Today is the last day to get your ticket for $30. Starting Monday, they go up to $35. 9th through 11th grade student pictures for the yearbook have been posted in the L Bowling office window. The portraits will only be available to check until the start of winter break. Please check your photo to make sure it is your face and the correct spelling of your name. Any changes or concerns must be communicated to the yearbook staff in C214 by Friday, December 21st. Coco and Cram will be offering help December 17th and 18th from 2 to 4 p.m. in the Rainforest Cafe. Monday is Math and History, and Tuesday is Science and English. Grigori football coach Jason McCoy has officially stepped down from his position. Diego Gonzalez and Cesar Flores bring us the story.
They say football, when it gets inside of you, never leaves. Some players get the chance to play on the field, some earn the right to play at the college level, and some find a way back to the field as adults to lead football programs and to direct players from the sidelines. The story of returning is the story of head football coach Jason McCoy. This is also a story about firsts: first touchdown, first win, first league championship, and first undefeated season.
Former head coach Todd Savick, he gave me a call. I was back in town, and he said, "Come on by, if you're interested in coaching." And I was like, "All right, I'll check it out." And then I got this bug, I was like, man, this is something I really want to do. I want to give back.
McCoy fell in love with the sport from a young age, playing all 4 years in high school and beyond at the college level, before re-entering the game as a coach.
It was always been, a goal of mine to be a football head coach. And when that opportunity presented itself and a chance to be the head coach of the high school that I graduated from.
Coach McCoy was hired in my second year as athletic director and was our football coach at Johansson.
I learned that first year on the job, man, if you want to run this football program, you better be prepared to be all in, and your family needs to be all in with it.
In his first season as their head coach, McCoy took Johansson to an MMC championship title and led the Vikings for 3 more seasons, until in 2012 when a window of opportunity opened for him to be one step closer to his family. And with the new school needing a new head coach to run a program, McCoy decided to put his name in the hat and come to Grigori.
The first thing that I wanted to do was just try to get everybody on the same page. We had a mission. In the varsity, we won a few games that first year coming on in.
But it was their first win that started things off.
Our varsity football team won their first game last Friday against Modesto High. The score was 20-17.
That felt amazing. It was like winning the Super Bowl. I don't know how winning the Super Bowl. We've never done that before, but I would just say it was awesome.
Can you just describe what you're feeling right now on the first win?
Words can't express how excited I am for the young men that just battled and just believed in themselves and came back and kept on fighting.
A few seasons later, McCoy would make history again, having Grigori's first undefeated season and winning the very last MMC title.
Last year was a special season, for Modesto City Schools football. I don't think there's ever been a team that started off 11-0, and that was led by some great leaders. Those kids, we were on a mission. That was our motto last year, was on a mission. And the Bobby Avinas will go down as some of the best players to ever play football around here. Gabe Sanchez, he was one of the best players. Marcel Longstress made a catch that will go down in history as the catch, for Grigori. That was just a great team. That was a great group of seniors that led off, and we had some very talented juniors that just kind of fit their role and did their thing. And the coaches were dialed in from the get-go, and it was just a fun season to see, history, unfold. It was just cool.
In his 7 seasons as head coach, Jason McCoy has a record of 45 wins, 5 playoff appearances, and 1 MMC title.
He's never going to be able to be replaced. What he brought to the job was class, character, commitment. He brought all the intangibles that you want in a football coach he brought. But obviously, we're in the process of finding a new coach. I think whoever we bring in will do an outstanding job.
Reporting for JNN, this has been Cesar Flores and Diego Gonzalez.
Thanks, guys. Catch Grigori's Dance Department's hip-hop show tonight at 7 p.m. in the NPR. Tickets are $6 and doors will open a half hour before showtime. Project Change has once again partnered with Assist International and Ribbon to sell beaded bracelets made from recycled paper that have been handmade by women in Uganda. The bracelets cost $5 and all proceeds go directly back to the women in Uganda. Bracelets are on sale in N109 until December 14th. And now, Carson Wells gives us another installment of the Sports Box.
What's going on, Jags? I'm Carson Wells, bringing the latest and greatest of varsity athletics. Welcome to the Sports Box. Before we look into the start of our winter sports season, let's take a look back at cross country. Smoke from the campfire disrupted athletics all over the state, including in our own league. Cross country sections were postponed for a week, JV races were canceled, and for a time, it seemed like varsity might not happen at all. Luckily, after heading up to Folsom with no guarantee of competing, the air quality was judged just safe enough for the runners to race. Needing to place second or better, the boys team missed a chance to appear at the state meet. The girls teams also did not qualify, but 2 runners, Perseda Garcia and Maddie Cackley, qualified for state as individual runners by placing 13th and 16th respectively. Cackley finished 12th at state with a time of 17 minutes and 58 seconds. Garcia finished 58th with a time of 19 minutes. Cackley's time ranked her the fastest performance in history for Stanislaus County runners. Great season for all cross-country runners. Good job, Jags. Now, let's head on to the field for boys soccer. On Wednesday, the team hosted a non-conference matchup against the Tracy Bulldogs. Unfortunately, the Bulldogs got the best of them, beating the boys 2-0. Following this loss, the team is currently 3-2. Grigori is hosting a soccer tournament here today and tomorrow. Now, let's take a look at our girls basketball teams. On Tuesday, Our Lady Jags hosted Lathrop, losing 32-62. The girls are looking for their first win of the preseason during this weekend's Modesto Christian Tournament. Boys basketball took on Manteca High Wednesday night in Manteca. It was a close game, with the Jags leading throughout, but the Buffaloes pulled ahead in the fourth quarter. Final score was Jags 49, Manteca 51. Jamin Crenshaw and Julian Brown both scored 15 points in the game. The team will compete in the Stonebarger Tournament in Brentwood this weekend and will host their first home game on Monday against Houston. Make sure to come out and support. Well, keep up the good work, Jags. Till next time, I'm Carson Wells, signing off.
Thanks, Carson.
Well, that's it for today's JNN.
I'm Jake Leahy.
And I'm Zainab Alejo. See you next time.